Well, this is not how it's supposed to look. I should have started this a little bit ago, but the wheel was laying underneath the cart here, and we're working on drifting out this broken axle shaft at the moment. It's about a 3-inch shaft. You can see she snapped pretty clean. So yeah, that was kind of a thud in the field last night. So we're trying to get this thing all taken apart, get it ready to receive new parts as we get them next week. Gonna need the new shaft. It looks like the other damage, this bearing here, this thing is cracked. This piece here is tweaked a little bit, but I think we can get it pushed down in place good enough to get us going. I think the back bearing here, something, yeah, I think it's just a little kitty wampus, but I think once we get the shaft straightened back, or this front bearing back in place, it'll be pretty good. Field is plenty muddy. These blocks are pushing in, but we got her double jacked and it feels fairly firm at the moment. So we're gonna finish getting this apart, and hopefully we just gotta get these bushings out. This cart here is a 1720, and the 2320 has bigger axles, but the assembly piece is the same size. So they just put these bushings in, put a smaller axle. Why they didn't just put a heavy axle on all the carts, that probably has been too simple, I guess. So all right, we're gonna keep working here, see what we can get done. Okay, I think we got everything stripped down. We got the axle shaft out with the bushings. Took this broken bearing out here, and kind of got this all straightened back up pretty good. There's this little crack here. We really need to grind that out, get this down tight and weld that. Probably wait till we get back to the shop to do that. I think there shouldn't be much pressure on this. I think we'll be okay to run it that way. This is the old bearing housing here. And as you can see, this has been broke before, and somebody brazed this cast housing back together, and I guess it actually worked until now. But when I bought this drill, I kind of now remember the guy telling me, here's the other chunk here, that this drill had the axles replaced. And as we started working on it, I remembered that. And then the axle shafts themselves, there was no paint on them. Normally from the factory they would be coated in gray paint. I don't know if you can see this one over here very good. Get down into that ladder there. You can see it's just rusty. So they're not original, which I think that helped us in this situation, because sometimes that paint can really hold stuff up. Once we got the pipe wrench on there and got it twisting and got the penetrating oil in there, it just worked loose and we got it out. So felt pretty victorious with that. I was actually, my neighbor has a John Deere 787 cart, which would be the same as the 1720. It's just the John Deere version. They use them for a few years on their air drills. And he told me his was just sitting there. He said, come up to my house and pull that axle apart and take that spindle and use it and get going. So that was our plan this morning. We went up to his place. That thing was green painted in, never been touched, and there's no way we were getting that out without wrecking his axle. So we said, no, let's not do that. And then we thought, well, we'll just unbolt this whole assembly. We can take these bolts out here, here, and underneath. Just pull this whole thing off the side but that thing, we're not lifting that by hand, and we're a long ways from having a loader with us. We don't have a crane on our service pickup or anything. So I saw that being a lot of struggle for the possibility of getting maybe a day's worth of run out of it. So we got it apart. One thing we got left to do, we're going to come over here and we're going to pull this wheel apart, get this hub off. I don't know. That's our drive sprocket back there. I don't know. I mean, it probably needs bearings and seal since it's opened up, but man, we only got a couple days running left. If I can clean it up and it looks like it's going to work, we might just slide it on there and then fix this thing up in the off season the way it kind of should be. So that's kind of where we're at today. We kind of got her set in a precarious spot. This field here has got a few of these little contours, or you can call them terraces, and I can't even get my sprayer in here. A 90-foot sprayer won't even turn around. So what I did is I just sprayed them out, and I was just seeding through them when I was coming through last night, and I was lifting my drill, but I didn't lift it enough, and this thing really bit hard, and it kind of almost stopped me and spun me. You can see the tracks here. It spun me sideways down the hill just a little bit here, and this cart just came straight over, and it just snapped that thing right off. And I'll tell you what, I was done moving in a hurry. Yeah, it dug a little bit more here than I was leading on, I guess. It's a pretty good little bite here. So, but that's where we're at with the project today. I guess we're not rolling and we're not where we want to be, but we got this thing apart and we got it ready to receive new parts. So we're going to take that as our victory for today and call that good. We're going to pick up our tools and kind of get everything buttoned up here, and we'll decide if we can trust these jacks enough. We might throw another set of blocks out here on the end. I'd hate for this thing to sink and fall off them jacks because it's fully loaded. I got about I might have ran it for 45 minutes before this happened last night. So I really don't want to come back next week and find these jacks sideways and this cart sitting on the ground. So that would undo a lot of progress today. So we're gonna do that, and then yeah, on to something else. We got a well that's not working. We got some water to haul. We got a sprayer to move, a sprayer to fix. We got things to do. Don't worry, people. We're busy. All right, we'll keep you updated. Maybe we'll let you know when we're getting this back together. Have a good weekend.